Hello, welcome stream, and welcome everybody. Good morning, all the things. I guess technically for good day. I was just thinking of the people 3 hours ahead on the East Coast, but I was also thinking about the viewers that are not in the United States. It might be further away, a little bit farther in their day than morning, afternoon, evening. So maybe we should just start with good day. Hello. Maybe that's the play here. I don't know. Still haven't quite figured out how to start these yet. Let me know. If you think I should do an intro or figure out some type of intro, let me know. If it's just kind of chill, we come in, we start. I ramble for a little bit. Is that better? Does it feel more natural? Does it feel more, or is it weird? Do we like the overproduction? Do we want underproduction? I don't know if you can tell, but I'm wrestling with a bunch of those ideas at this moment in time, so that's why I'm asking. Trying to figure it out. Alright. Well, since I last saw all of y'all, we've started a new year. Hello, congratulations, Happy New Year to all of you. We made it. We made it through 2025. Started 2026. Yeah, we're on day 2 now. We're on day 2. Oh, I wish I had that one. Was it Instagram account or where they show the percentage of how much of the year's done already? I thought that was clever when I saw it. That was a while ago though. I don't know if I have it anymore. But yeah, we're on day 2. Day 2, the great adventure. Hopefully 2026 is looking good for y'all. We'll see how 2026 goes for me. Got lots figured out, lots planned out. Book 3 is what I'm working on getting out here. Buttons and the Box Party Surprise. For anybody who missed our stream on Wednesday, we did go through and show off our brand new cover for book 3. It's also playing up in our right hand corner in our little video section there. And then we revealed the title, like I just said. So that's exciting. We're moving right along with the process here. And I think part of the interesting aspect of doing a lot of this and setting all this up is trying to build these little moments, these little actually, no, let's go over here real quick. No, go back to the beginning of the video. There it is. Look at that, a little Happy New Year for y'all. Happy New Year 2026. So I do have to say, caveat on this, I screwed up on my video. Anybody tell what part I screwed up on this video? I used the same picture from the last video. I forgot to change. I did all this other cool stuff, built the rest of the video and everything. Continued our little comic down here in the bottom. Forgot to change out that dang photo in the middle there. Second time I made that mistake. That was a very unwelcome thing to start off 2026 with yesterday. It would be like, God damn it, I screwed that up. First thing, brand new thing I started in 2026 and I messed it up. So that was fun. That was also then followed by a copyright from YouTube. I tried to go long on my video this week, so normally I would make them 60 seconds. And this time I went 1 minute and 17 seconds. But because the way the music writes and everything work, and there was music playing in the back of this, because this was the clip of that's playing in here is from one of our live streams, so it's got like the music that you're hearing right now playing in the background is that Waves song. And because it was over a minute, they dinged it for that over on YouTube. So that was on me. That was my fault. I mostly make all my videos 60 seconds long, and this one I thought, oh, it's fine. This is because I take all of these streams and record them and then ship them off to YouTube, and they're either like 2 or 3 hours long, and they never say jack and shit about them. For some reason, the shorts are a little bit different. They have different rules set up for them. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is why I try to keep to that 60-second rule, because not only can I use music like I'm using from our streams, but that also gives me the opportunity to use their music library as long as it's under that 60 seconds. So it was a little slap on the wrist first thing in 2026, but it was like, oh, okay. That's understandable. I should have known better, but it's okay. We'll move on. We'll keep doing cool things. So who won on the Mario Party? What are we talking about, Sonny? Oh, that's right. Cause the Mario Party. Yeah, because you bowed out a little bit early. Jerf ended up coming back and winning it, and it was a pretty close battle the entire time. I even made a pretty good comeback. I think there was a couple really chance encounters that happened that Dreamer definitely, this is how who could have put some pressure on Jerf, especially with the end stars that could have popped up. I think that could have made a difference, but there was mistakes made by the three of us that let him open up the door and win a bunch of stars and win the game. So yeah, it was an upset, but he also had help too, so showing mercy at the beginning. Yeah, he didn't win by... That's the funny thing. We were looking at the stats afterwards, and Dreamer had collected 15 stars for that whole game, and she lost half of them over the course of that game. I think she did end up with 7 at the very end. So yeah, that was the devastating fact right there, is that I think Jerf definitely took a ton of stars from her. Every time we got around to the ghost, everybody was nabbing stars from her and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a little bit of an upset on that, because like I felt like she had a really good chance of winning that. She definitely had the stats for it, but we just had a run where we couldn't slow Jerf down at all, and he kept taking stars and doing a bunch of stuff. So, and like every time, okay, so he would buy 1 star and it would move, and it would move really fucking close to him again, so then he'd be able to get to it within the next turn or so. So it was like, it felt like it was favoring him a little much. I'm blaming Nintendo for this. They favored the sun. The star market, yeah, they were definitely highly invested in the star market. I think they need to put that on a t-shirt. So yeah, that is the breakdown of our 2025 New Year's. I think we lasted 4 hours on that, but that one took us 4 hours. The year before took us 5. So we definitely made speedy time this year a little bit. Or excuse me, last year. But yeah, it was a good game. Really close. I felt like it could have turned any direction. I definitely was lagging behind at several points, so I unless something crazy had happened and I got like 2 stars or something at the end, might have been able to pull back and pull an upset of some sort, but I just could not get any of my strategies that I was trying to do. I could not get going at all. And every time I tried to trap them like in the center ring with Bowser, they wouldn't hit any of the spaces either. So I was like, God damn, it was rough. But we did good. We had fun. And then you took off and we started playing Jackbox for the last hour. And then Mr. Alex jumped on and played with us because you can play Jackbox over the internets. And he ended up winning one of the games right before midnight struck. So that was actually kind of fun. Oh, you don't know Jack. Jackbox. We tried to play, I think we tried to play Jackbox Party Pack number 3, and it kept crashing, so we had to swap to a different one. And we played Quiplash. We played 2 different versions of Quiplash. We played one which was like you make up stuff about yourself, and then we played the other one where you make up stuff about everything else. So he ended up winning. I think he ended up winning the second Quiplash game. We got 2 in before the ball dropped. And then we got to watch people shoot off fireworks in our neighborhood, which was scary. But it was raining outside, so it wasn't we weren't too worried about it at the time. But we don't live in a wooded area, but we definitely live in a grassy area, a dry grassy area. We are high desert, so fireworks up here and stuff like that, generally not a good idea. So people were definitely being stupid. You can quote me on that. Look, we've had one house catch on fire like 3 houses up from us, and it was on a windy day. That was scary enough as it is. We've got enough valleys and dry brush and grass around that. Yeah, it's not something I would want to play with too much. But yeah. So today on stream, I gotta figure out what I want to work on. I've got some page stuff to do. I'm looking at it right now. That figured out. Probably go through the cover stuff and work on that. Try to do some writing for that. That's the interesting part, is I'm trying to decide. Oh, I also need to go through and count all of the words. I have to do word count for the entire book. Oof, that's gonna be fun. Grab something to write with so I can write down all these numbers. I need to do, let's do that first today. So actually, you know what do I need to do? Let's not do it here. I bring up every page individually when we have all the pages in one place. For anybody who hasn't seen yet, spoiler alert, these are all the pages for the new book. If you do not want to know or want to keep his secret, the story, then I would put cover over your eyes. I would sleep mask. I would I don't know. I gave the spoiler, so I don't know. Because I really want you to stay, too. Let's see. There it is. That one's going to be replaced. Bed. Alright. Let's count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's 26. Pardon me. So the question is, do we just count dialogue when it comes to counting words on a page? Or these little sign pieces here, do we count those as well? Because like the word up is on here, buttons. I think when they do when they do professional count, they count everything that is a word. I think I have to count those. So that'd be 4 more in that, so that would actually be 30 for the page. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it that way. That makes more sense. Even though these are duplicates, still have to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 44. Okie dokie. Ooh, move my mouse around. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oops, I want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. Man, I got a frog stuck in my throat really bad. Try to walk away for that one, sorry. I'm not going to count the question mark. That's just punctuation, so. Hey, look at that. Page 1. One word. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Did I count that right? Nope. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18 plus the up. 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Does anybody want to guess how many words are in the book? We are currently on page 11. We've counted several so far. But yeah, throw up in chat how many you think are in this book. I can tell you book 1 had 314 pages. Book 2 had, 314 words. Book 2 had 419. So guesstimations, probably anywhere from, it's going to be more than 200, less than 600. So that's your range, 2 to 600. Give me a number somewhere in there, what your prediction might be. And if you're watching this later, 365. Nice. I love that. I'm writing that down for you. Sunny said 365. We could have done 369, but anyways. For anybody who's watching later on either rebroadcast or on YouTube, pause the video right here, make a prediction about what you think the word count might be, and then proceed on and see if your answer was correct. Dang, yep, see, I knew you'd get it. This is why we jive really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on there. No words anywhere else. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll have to add these all up all at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I average anywhere from 10 to 12 words per page, it looks like, give or take. This would be one word. This would be a big goose egg. 21. 22 is surprise. That's a 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, my brain got funky on that. I gotta recount that one. Hey, you opened up your Christmas card yesterday? Did you like it? Did you which stickers did you get? Because it was totally random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So if anybody wants to know kind of how my learning disability works, something as simple as this is counting these words, and I'm physically having to put the mouse onto each word as I'm counting it to be able to activate, putting them in order for the count correctly. But even then, sometimes I forget if I've either touched it, or when I'm in the middle of saying the word and moving the mouse over to the next one, if I've already said it, or like I have a little bit of processing error that happens in between, jumping between counting. Should not happen, but it does. It's just a brain thing that happens for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. See, I did it right there. Which one did I do 8 on? And or your? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It usually happens if the words are in a line like this by themselves, that's easy. But as soon as I start getting them doubled or triple lined up on top of each other, this is why I struggled with reading novels and stuff like that when I was a kid, is because the density of just words on top of words, my eyes and my brain start to jump around to different places, and then I lose track. It's just the way it worked. So when I grew up reading like comic books and stuff like that, or even simple picture books, things like this, where you can linearly see my progress going, nope, not at all scary. Like this, just one line straight across. I can hit each one. Nope, not at all scary. Like I have to go through, and then I don't lose track of myself. I don't lose place and things like that. So it's for anybody growing up with learning disability, as far as like reading and comprehension and things like that. That's why I say like manga and graphic novels, things like that, where they break up the words so they're not all densely packed on top of each other. Super helpful to be able to build that repetition and that understanding of the reading and structure and things like that. It definitely helped me when I was younger. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 on that one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I think my biggest page so far is 44. Yeah, I think that's the biggest one for the whole book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on this page. Down to our last page here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, now the fun part comes. We'll go back to... Actually, no, we'll just leave it here. That's fine. Let's bring up our handy dandy calculator. and we'll do it on our phone. Say 30 plus 44 plus 35 plus 15 plus 16 plus 1. Let's mark these off so that I know I didn't miss one, forget one. Plus 18 plus 30 plus 8 plus 4 plus 10 plus 6 plus 12 plus 6 plus 16 plus 18 plus 1 plus 0. We're not going to do that one. Plus 1 again. Plus 8 plus 16 plus 19 plus 16 plus 14. Almost there. Plus 21 plus 32 plus 5 plus 22 equals, I'm writing it down so I don't forget it. Bam. Okay. Are we ready? We're ready for the big reveal here. How close was Sunny to his guess? If anybody else wants to throw any guesses in here right before we reveal how many words are actually in book 3. I don't even know if there's anybody else in here at the moment, so we're just going to go for it. There were 424 words in book number 3, Sunny. So you were up there. Definitely went over by a little bit. So we are just about on par. We were 5 words plus on book number 2. So book number 2 was 419. This one's 424. So really close to each other. Seems to be my limit on my writing capabilities. It's either sad or okay. One of the two. I don't know. The reason why I do the word count and stuff like that, one, partially for myself so that I know I can see kind of what my average is for these books and stuff like that. But also just in case it's needed by anybody, if there's a company that needs it or anything like that, then I have access to it. It's always good to have that information. Word count number 3, 424. Cool. That works. A little busy task sometimes. Okay, so save that because we did make a change in there. Let's hop over. Just get rid of that one. Let's open up our cover again here. We did some mechanical adjustments last week. Got some of these panel lines looking really good. Definitely got to go through and make sure, do all my last minute checks here. I heard adopted animals. I do need to check. This is one of the main things you need to watch out for that I'm realizing at this moment is the text that I used for some of this book here. This font for the wording, this font for the title and stuff like that. All these other fonts up here for the main title, Stitch Tales, Half True Stories. That was all one that I licensed, so I went and bought a license to use it for these books. A couple of these other titles, I think I checked this before for the for these other stuff. These ones are part of the Adobe suite, so those ones are actually royalty free, license free. But the one that says I Heart Adopted Animals, that one I have to double check and make sure I'm within compliance for. But I will also check these. Copper plate, yes, I believe copper plate is. I believe that's Adobe. What I might have to do, I might have to bring up my font book and just double check real quick. So for anybody who's working on a book or a children's book, make sure that your font is something that you are allowed to use and it's not owned by anybody else. Because like you can go to websites like DaFonts and download all kinds of different fonts for projects that you want to use and stuff like that. But as soon as you try to commercialize any of that stuff, that's when it can become problematic. So make sure you own your fonts, or you at least have a license for them to use them. You don't get sued. Where is... They moved my font book. Oh no. There goes font book. Okay, so we want to look up copper plate. Copper plate. Information. Identifiers. Copper plate. Usage. Okay, so Adobe owns the copyright, so it should be copy protected. No. Okay, so that one's fine. Just had to double check that one. Huh? You're taking my assistant for 30 minutes? That's fine. The assistant is getting ready to go on a walk. Let's see what's a chalkboard SE. That one I'm not so sure about. Chalk. I spelled that wrong, didn't I? CHALK. Chalkboard SE. Copy protected, no. Okay, so that one's available as well. Who owns the copyright? Apple does. Okay, so that's an Apple one, so that's fine. That one's licensed under having the computer. Good. We already know that. We already know that one is. Double checking all of my stuff. Copper plate, that one's fine. Okay, I believe we are in compliance. We are good. Always good to make sure and double check your work. Myriad Pro. Yeah, that one I'm pretty sure I'm good as well. MY Myriad Pro. Yeah, Adobe, so not okay. Cool. These are all good. I try to make sure that anything that I use is either ones that I've purchased, like the Anime Ace one. Let's see. Which... Okay. Yeah, Anime Ace 3. I actually own Anime Ace 2, I believe is what it's called. Where's it at? There it is. Anime Ace 2.0. And I was using that for a minute. And that one was just a sample one. And the actual creator of that font came out with a third version So when I wanted to use it, I was able to find his website and then go and purchase a license for it. So, and he had an updated version of the font with all kinds of cool stuff. So it worked out. I came here to chew ass and kick bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. Well, hello there. You're an ass chewer. I gotcha. Okay, Bishak, we have a question for you. We just went through and we counted up all of the words in this third book. So I'm going to give you a little context here so you can make a guess on how many you think. Book 1 had 314 words in it. Book 2 had 419 words in it. So based off of that, Sonny guessed 365 words that he guesstimated for book number 3. So I would like you to throw in a guess. I would say the range is can be anywhere from 200 to 600. Don't go too much past that. 469. Okay. I like the 69 at the end. Very good. That's a very good guess. That's a very close guess. I think you were much closer than Sonny was. The actual total was 424 words. So yeah, we're hovering around that 420 mark. No, not intended, but I would say that's pretty close to our average at the moment. So good guess. You're only about 40 out. That's a lot of words for Elmo. That's funny. Elmo will get it. He'll understand. He can do it. I believe. Well, interesting part was since I got to go through, I went through and manually counted all of the words, because I have some words in the illustrations that are not in the manuscript. So I counted those as well because I felt like that was appropriate to count those. But the highest word count that I had on one page was 44 words. And that was on page number 2. What page is that? That's on this one. So it doesn't look like a lot. Like 44 words. Not a lot. So I feel like I will hover around that for most of these books unless I have something intense going on. I also like down here during some of the repeatable stuff, very light on words. We actually even have 2 pages that have either 1 or no words on it. So I feel like maybe it'll bump up a little bit higher, maybe closer to the 450 at some point. But not on this one. We hovered right in that 420 range. So 420. But yeah. What are you up to today, Bishak? You working? I know Sonny's working. I think I want to do something different than this. Let's do some file cleanup here. Okay, so don't need that. Okay, you're not gonna let me change the name? Oh no. What did they do? Okay, there it goes. Okay, get rid of that. Background, get rid of this one. We need to keep this so we can make sure and line it up with our new ISBN barcode once we get it. Yeah, that's the... What other things do we have? We have the little one underneath. We'll leave that for now. Trying to decide if we keep this little climbing gym. I think I have a different idea for something I want to put on here. And then we also have to work on this this box right here, which is typically used for a summary of the story. I have to be creative about that. I wanted to do... That one. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. That was my neck. Hopefully that didn't come through. Save that. Oops, I gotta have a layer for it first. Did you have a good New Year's, Sunny? Did you have a good New Year's B-Shack? What'd y'all do? Did you hang out? I saw the photo of you, B-Shack. You look good. You're a happy, healthy little big boy. I was to say little big boy, but that's not. Adult boy? Adult person? Adulting person? None of these sound right. Responsible adult? That's better. Something along those lines. Let's see. I want to make it smaller. I want to group it. I want to make a copy of it. I want to take this. I want to keep that. Nope. I want to group that, so I can just select that by itself. I want to recolor artwork. Yeah. This way I can rotate this. Make it brighter. Nope, that was the wrong way. I got Terabit Mist sticker, nice. You got the DPS sticker. Tacos Are Therapy sticker, that's hilarious. And a commendation sticker, wow. Commendation was patient and considerate, that's so funny. You know, like I said, I had Mrs. Tahoe just choose out of a hat and put stuff into an envelope, and then we mixed and matched the envelopes and just put one in each card that we sent out. So that's hilarious that you got Terabit Miss, DPS, a Taco's Therapy sticker, so that one's definitely right up your alley. And a combination, that's so funny. All right, we are 30 seconds out from our first ad, so our puppy is actually out on a walk right now. So we're going to swap over just to our outside live cam at the moment, and then we're going to take a break, and then I'll come back. I was like a racist loot box. Yeah, it felt like it was targeting you, doesn't it? I think I only made. I printed out, I think you're one of 3 people that got the taco one. So you, and I think I sent out 20 cards. So yeah, wow. The loot box, they don't like you. They're trying to tell you something. Maybe eat more tacos. I don't know. But we'll pause here for the moment, and then I'm gonna take a break for those 3 minutes, and then I'll come back. And we'll see you shortly. Stick around. Hey, thank you, Bishak. Thank you for subscribing with your Prime. Appreciate that. Hopefully that closes up the ad for you. You don't have to watch the ad. That was a close one. I appreciate it. I appreciate the sub. Thank you. For your dedication, here is our assistant to our assistant. This is Patch. He's just hanging out. Since our primary assistant is out on a walk, like I said. This is the senior assistant. The assistant to the assistant regional manager. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, there he goes. He likes to stretch out and put his little head on his little cat stand. Yeah, oh my god, when that thing kicks on and blows up that hot air, oh, he's just in heaven. 19 years old, and he's just like, are these old bones? Oh, the heat, yes. Now I have the Office theme song in my head. I'm sorry. Also, fentanyl is a wonderful joke. That is a great one, Bishak. It is a good show. That is a good one. I hope they never make another season or try to do a remake of it or something like that. That would be bad. They did. It's called the paper. That's right. But is that a continuation or is it a spin-off? It's like when Friends tried to do, when they got done and they tried to do the Joey spin-off and that didn't do shit. It's a spin-off. Okay, I thought so. Yeah. I don't consider spin-offs to be, they're like not canon, you know what I mean? They're an interesting side project, but they're not like all these TV shows now where they're bringing it back. Remember in the 80s when blah, 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 well, we're bringing back Knight Rider. It's like, no. What do they call those? I'm trying to think of the word that they use for those when they try to bring back a series. Oh, shoot. It's right there. It's right in my head. A reboot. Yeah. Yes. When they try to reboot, revival, any of those ones. We're rebooting the series. It was like, no, like, no. What about for video games? Like they want to do with Harry Potter. So that's the question about the Harry Potter thing. Are they retelling the story or are they continuing it? We get into a weird territory where they start spinning off into alternative universes, or what if, I'll put my spin on it and do this kind of thing with it. God of War got one, Divinity is getting one, and I'm excited. Retelling, I think. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think it's a retelling of that same story, but with new actors and stuff like that. I don't mind if they want to try to retell the story. Like that's interpretation, that's fun. They can add new social constructs to things and stuff like that, or take old constructs out of stuff and revamp it for the new audience and stuff. It's kind of like going and watching a Broadway play and there being a different actors and stuff like that are reprising some of the roles and stuff like that. Also, it's like if it's a slight different interpretation of how the story would go and stuff like that. So Watson retelling J.K. Rowling's is a bitch. Well, that's the thing. We can talk about storytelling in the bigger general sense of things. I tell a story with my books and stuff like that, but at some point it will no longer be my story. If it gets popular enough and people absorb it into their lives and their culture and stuff like that, then it almost becomes a product of everybody. Like it seeps into more than being just mine anymore. Rawlings is an interesting case on that too. Like, for all of the terrible things that she's said and everything else, how much of that, is just bullshit. But the stories, even like Star Wars and stuff like that, they're essentially the fans now. The fans control the stories, and it's, as much as there are directors and companies and stuff like that that get in the way of a lot of that type of storytelling. It's kind of like the old school, before there was the written language, when people would come and act out the stories that they've heard in other places and other lands, and then those stories would be taken and passed on and stuff like that. It becomes a communal story that way. Well, the old cast doesn't like JK, so I think this is a fuck you to them. Well, that's the thing. Because she doesn't own any more of it anymore. She sold off the rights. She sold off the movie, gaming. I think she sold off all of the rights to it. I don't think she owns. She owns one part of it. I can't remember what it is. One of the print versions or something like that. I think it's the only thing she owns anymore. So essentially, it's been taken away from her. The video games are not owned. Oh, wait a second. I gotta read through the. I love the series. Don't get me wrong. JK is heavily transphobic, but I thought it was funny. The Hogwarts game allows you to choose they/them pronouns. But that's the thing. That's the amazing part about that type of storytelling and stuff like that you get to do once it becomes bigger than you, is that then it becomes a story for everybody, and everybody gets to play in the realm or the world that you've built, which is kind of cool. It kind of brings forward that old fan fiction idea that people used to dabble in secret in their basements, kind of thing, back in the day. They need the close-knit secrets. Oh yeah, I write fan fiction about Stargate, like that kind of stuff. Those stories transcend past what the original creator had intended. In that, in some cases that's good, in some cases that is bad. Some people take good stories and then ruin them too, so I don't know. It just depends. I don't recall that part of the game. Well, yeah, there was a lot of progressive stuff and customization that you could do in that game. Actually, a lot of games now, because the audience is just bigger and wider. Like, we're not thinking about just local markets on those things. We're thinking global markets. So it's different how you set things up and access them in a lot of ways. I'm so mad the fans got in the way of the Acolyte for Star Wars. Wait, I could be wrong about the video game. No, I thought you were. I think you were right, because I thought that they freaked out about that as well. We could be thinking of a different game too. I don't remember. I don't know. There's a lot of those. Hey, our assistant's back. Hello, assistant. We're currently filming the assistant to the assistant of the general manager. Yeah. Of the regional manager. Sorry, my bad. All right, we were trying to change the color of this. Ooh, those are some sharp S's on that. Sorry. 40. I know They Them was in Starfield. I wish there were more to that game. I had so much fun. That's awesome. Let's get rid of those. I didn't play Starfield. I don't think that was on my radar. Like, there's some games that are kind of in the back of my head that I might be interested in, but I never take the plunge on them though. I'm just a scared little guy. Let's see. Let's try to change one more thing. Kind of like the yellow one. Let's reflect that. Reflect. There we go. So I've got two. Let's go ahead and drop those. We probably don't need those. This I don't get the pronouns thing. My character is my character. I didn't think about pronouns but that's just me. I think you missed a word there. It's on Game Pass. That's how I played it. I'd recommend it. I'll have to look to see which. I don't think I subscribe to the Game Pass. I think I just have the basic. Because I'm a broke bitch. That's why I played it. I really recommend it since all the updates, but the payoff and replayability is weak. Really disappointed. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, I struggle with that idea of the replayability stuff all the time. It's like, yes, I want some replayability, but some stuff I'm like, no, just let it be that experience, that one time, that, you know, that fun thing, like Titanfall 2 when we were talking about that. It doesn't have to go on forever. Like we get it. You made 1,169 episodes of One Piece. Like, we got it. You did it. You don't have to end season 1 and start season 2. Like, just keep going. Just keep going. You got more stories to tell. That's fine. But other stories don't have to do that. We can have concise stories and fun, and then that can end. We can be done. It's fine. We don't have to pull a Marvel on everything and keep it going for decades. I want a happy ending or a sad ending, or I want some, I want to see more though. You know, that's the interesting part. I think even with Destiny, and everything else like that. Like if there are interesting stories to tell with cool and new characters to follow, and those things hit the heartstrings of the core or whatever the story is, then do that. But at the same time, don't just do stuff to do stuff. I kind of struggle part of that with the work and stuff that I'm doing, even with these books. I don't want to get into a situation where if I get to a point where I'm making a bunch of money, that I'm just throwing together slop in order to make the money, get the paycheck, and then move on to the next thing. Like a balance between artistic integrity and producing the thing that you want to produce is a hard balance. Hard one to figure out, hard one to understand sometimes. Like you want more stuff, but you also don't want crappy corporate stuff too. Because let's face it, when they get a hold of stuff, when corporate stuff gets a hold of games, stories, whatever like that, there's one of two routes that's going to happen. They're either going to hire the right people to do it the right way and spend the money on it to make it amazing, or they're going to hire the wrong people to make as much money as possible, and then bury everything that they can from there. At least that's what it feels like. You got two options in that realm. Like I would say, I've enjoyed the Star Wars films, and when they started doing the television shows like The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, stuff like that. And I know that they were trying different things with like the Boba Fett and stuff like in those stories, and even Acolyte. I think those are good. They're testing out to see which stories hit and which ones make a big splash and stuff like that. But I think they found the right people to get the stories that they wanted. Dave Filoni and his stories, like with the stormtroopers and stuff like that. What was the name of that animated series? I don't know. It's hard to tell because like you never know what is and isn't going to work or happen or be good, or who knows. Maybe them dumping all of that money into building that set that they built, the volume where the actors could actually see like a bunch of the actual world that they were in. It's like, did that make that immersion way better? And then we could feel that through I don't know, too many little pieces to pull apart and think about in that. Especially when you're thinking about like storytelling and connecting all of that. All right, what did I mess up here? I get that. I think it's just about representation. Like for me, I just think of myself as myself, not a man or woman, just a person. Like I don't really visualize myself as like an old man or old woman. Yeah, that's the thing. Hey, what's up, babe? You out of here? You're gonna go to a market? World. Oh, world market. Gotcha. Okay.
Fun. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Have fun. Thank you. When I think about myself in the future is what I mean. Yeah. Dreamer cheer. That's funny. You got a cheer. Bye, Michelle. Good morning. Don't forget we have climbing this afternoon. I know you do. You got your stuff on already. It's funny. This, kind of like what I heard about Call of Duty. Yeah, some of the games and some of the stories that people put together where they just artificially extend things over and over and over and over again. That it gets hard. Boba Fett, get out of here. I heard the guy who created it wanted to focus on players and cooperate with wait. And corporate was like, no, you're out. We want someone that will focus on making more money. At least that's what I heard. There's a lot of that. The Bad Batch. Bad Batch, yes, no. I was thinking of all the stories that Dave Filoni wrote for. Wasn't the Stormtroopers? It was the Clone Troopers, the Clone Wars. I got there. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. If you've ever dove into fan fiction and some of the stuff that people write, like they sometimes hit the vein of the story way better than the people who are making the stuff make it. So I don't know. It really depends. Andor, yeah, Clone Wars, yeah. Andor was good as well. So that becomes the question, because then I start looking at things like the Netflix series Love, Death, and Robots, where they make 12 episodes, but each episode is by a different director, different writers, different artists, different, these are episodes that are contracted out to different companies or different studios to create their own version of whatever it is. And Star Wars did one similar to this on Disney Plus with their Star Wars animated series, where they did the same thing. Different studios made different Star Wars lore, anime, 3D storytelling stuff. And it's kind of interesting. Like, it's kind of, you get all of the representation all across the galaxy. And it's fascinating. It's fascinating to see the different stories and the different perspectives and the different lives that these characters or people live, and how that all kind of fits into the bigger picture of stuff. So, love that series. Which one? The Love, Death, Robots or the animated Star Wars one? I forget what that one was called. Oh, it was Star Wars Visions is what it was. Love, Death, Robots. Yeah, the Star Wars one was good too. Yeah, Love, Death, Robots. That first season was just like, that one hit really, really good. But like they had a really concise idea on what they were putting together for that, or at least the stories that they picked to put in that compilation were right on point. It was kind of big. Hey, a special treat for our assistant. Thank you. Actually, our assistant's back. Let me move the camera real quick, and then I'll put her on cam for you. All right, baby B, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day as well. Think about all the storytelling that we've talked about. Storytelling is fun. It's amazing. Across the board. For everybody. Okay, that's my high horse I'm standing on. I'm gonna go move this camera. Bye! There we go. I found her. I found her. She's a good dog. Are you tired now? Yes and no. But I'm assuming that was a good walk. She's looking at me like I'm crazy. We are directly across from each other, so that's why she's looking that way. Sora, did you hear that there's a weapon that strips guardians of their light? Did you get to that part of the story, Sonny? Yeah, we're... says Sonny. Yeah, so we went from the beginning of Destiny 2, we were cutting off all of our guardians from the light when Gaul came and basically put a barrier around the traveler, to now being able to separate the light from the guardians and the ghosts and stuff like that completely. I feel like we've come full circle now. Hopefully that was not a spoiler. Did you get through all of the campaign yet, Sora? Sunny? The Renegades campaign? Nope, not yet. Okay. I won't spoiler anything. Based off of that comment, though, I would assume that you got to the red mist part. Let's see. Do I want to put this in a vase? Okay. I think I like that. Let's go ahead and save this just in case. Trying to add, I didn't mind the little climbing gym. I don't think it shows up enough in the... We do have to show up there. And a little bit there. And there. We got the flowers there. Got one on the shelf back there. Trying to decide if I want to sneak some more of those Gerber daisies in somewhere in this book, because I know I have it there, and I thought I had it one other place. Kind of shows. Oh yeah, right there. Boom. I wonder if I put them outside of this door here. Not that. I feel like there's some more hinting things I could do, but don't know what else to put in for that. I think the flowers are better. Okay, let's go look at. Let's get rid of this. Let's look at book. The back of the book number 2. Button's backyard treasure hunt continues Button's story as he gradually settles in with his new family and home. Guided by curiosity, Button steps outside for the first time, discovering exciting surprises that spark his imagination, turning a patchwork of moments into a unforgettable adventure. Okay, so for anybody who didn't know, this is a secret. You get to hear it first. For anybody who's watching or watches this later, secrets upon secrets. I did hide some. I did hide some stuff about the next book in book number 2 as well. So when I came up with this story summary here, and I came up with this idea of putting patchwork, that was kind of our reference to our character coming patch in number 3. So I did intentionally do a couple things in the story that were indicating something along the lines that is coming. That's the fun part. When you're working on a series and you get to reference back and forth between different things, you get to do stuff like that. I'm trying to think what other secrets I put in. This is kind of referencing Sora at some point when she gets around. That wolf dog style. Like, I could have done just a normal dog, but I wanted this kind of wolf dog looking thing. So that is also partially a reference to Sora at some point. What other? I feel like there were other secrets that I put in for that, but I don't remember exactly where they are, which ones they are. Yeah, I kind of been hiding stuff a lot all over the place, so definitely things to look out for and think about as you're reading through the different books. Hopefully people catch on to some of those someday. And there might even be more that I don't even either remember doing or did unintentionally as well. Heartwarming tale unfolds in an old shirt and a new name, intertwining love, curiosity, mischief, and how lost things can be rediscovered in the most unexpected ways. But one small kitten's adoption stitches a tapestry of countless tales. This is telling how there's a bunch of tales coming with this. Buttons and the Bat Box Party surprise. Oh, let me check my Safari real quick. Just in case I put something together already in my Google Docs, I will double check. Okay, I have the dedication. Let's see. 1 miscellaneous information, book 2 miscellaneous information. I do not have book 3 miscellaneous information quite yet. Okay, cool. So that means I get to write this out. Figure out what I want to say about it. I haven't done it yet. Okay, cool. Okay, close that so we don't. That was weird. Quit Safari so we don't accidentally crash everything by having too many things open. Okay, so we have to look at the story as a whole. What are we doing here? What can we say? So we know. Get the correct layer here. That for a minute. We know there's a special event going on. We know there's a surprise. We know that there's we know there are boxes, I guess. We need to mention something about buttons getting older. What else do we need to add in here? So the question is whether or not I want to mention. Are we spoiling too much if we mention that Patch pops up in this book? I think it really depends on how much I want to keep that secret a secret, or the surprise a secret, I guess. Surprise. Secret. I'm just kind of outlining out what are all of the themes / ideas of things that we hit in the story, so we can summarize kind of the idea of what's going on here. The whole second half of first half of our book is the box party, and we kind of bait and switch a little bit here, where we're like, oh, look, the surprise is already on page 9. And you're like, wait a minute, that's too early for a surprise. And then we hit him with the second surprise on page 22. I think we might have to mention Patch in here. New kitten Patch. So sometimes what I'll do when normally I do this on, Jesus, my brain is fizzled already this morning. Usually I do this on Google Docs. I'll do all this writing stuff on Google Docs, and I'll just kind of do what I'm doing. I'll patchwork out the different ideas of the story, and then like this one, I kind of put together a little sentence. New kitten patch added to the family. So then I'll start trying to like make sentences out of these and then rearrange them, try to put them into a right, and then once I get kind of the idea of the summary of the story kind of put together, then I'll take that and I'll write a bunch of different versions of it, or try to make it a little bit more like poetic, kind of like these ones here, a heartwarming tale, like using those type of language. I'll rewrite it again with this type of wording and stuff like that, and I'll have to do some research to see, like I think I had to look up other sewing terms and stuff like that when I picked up the word tapestry, and put those kind of things in there. Same thing with this one, talking about imagination, because he goes out and his imagination works and he creates this story where he goes on this treasure hunt kind of thing. So kind of the process of writing some of this stuff or breaking some of this stuff down so that we can get to the end result of having a really good summary here. Sometimes you just gotta break out all of the little elements. Special event is the background thing. And folder. Do go here. Nope, I need to go and go. I feel like this is doing it wrong for some reason. Can we lock the box to this aspect ratio so that the words just fit in it? Scale corners. I don't think that's gonna do what I want. Nope. There's gotta be a way. Paragraph. No, it's not about that. It's not about the bending. Hyphenate. Justify all lines. Line center. I don't know. When I do this in like Canva, when you draw a certain size box, as soon as you start typing, the constraints of the box, like if you're typing a sentence, as soon as you get to the end and keep typing, it will actually move it down to the next line and keep going, rather than just making the box bigger. Like, I feel like there's a way to do that here, but I don't know what it is. Area type? Ooh, I think I figured it out. Aha! I figured it out. I'm so smart. Okay, perfect. That makes it so much nicer. Okay. Don't need this anymore because we already kind of wrote that down a little bit. We do need to mention the boxes somehow. Still trying to do basic stuff here. We need a sentence about boxes, and then a sentence about, kind of have one written there a little bit, but we need a sentence written about the boxes. There's good. Oops, no, let's see. Jesus. No. No. We definitely want to put something about how he's grown up a lot here. Let's go ahead and paste that there at the moment. Okay. challenge is to try to fit it into this box. To write something good enough that but also make it small enough, kind of like a tweet or a blue sky message or any of the limited character constraints that are out there. We have to do similar here. I don't know what our limit is on this one. Gotta be, actually, you know what? Let's just copy this. We can find out real quick. Google Docs, blank document, paste. Blah, 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 blah. Where is the... Okay, I have no idea what's going on with that. Okay, it's not seeing it as text. Why is it not seeing it as text? Copy. Okay, weird. Word count. Okay, so it doesn't see... That's funky dory. Interesting. So whatever it is that Illustrator does with their text, it does not see it as a typical text format. So it must be rendering it as a graphic and not a text box. Interesting. Is it just because of the change of color? Is it just, oh, maybe it's the font? Oh, I bet you $10 is the font. Because it's not a standard font. We need, let's change it to Arial real quick. Real copy. Nope, still doesn't see it as a, still sees it as an image. Okay, so I may be closer to what I was thinking with it. It was representing it as a graphic, not as a actual wording. Okay, so that's not gonna work. How am I gonna do this? Can I put it into a text document of some sorts? And can I then copy it from there into, nope, still sees it as a pasted graphic. Oh, it does. That's interesting. Okay, so that's wild. So essentially what Illustrator is doing is it's creating a text PNG. It does not create this as a text document or text box or anything like that. It's creating a PNG. And you can copy and paste that as an image places, but it will not see it as text. Weird. So I wonder if that's something I can change. Preferences. Oh. Well, I'm gonna save that for now, and actually we've got about 2 minutes until our ad break. I I think what I'm going to do, when we have a little bit of time, I'm going to close Mari so I don't end up with any problems with it, even though it seems to be working correctly at the moment. We're going to do some research here. How to copy paste text from Illustrator without it being a PNG. Oh, there's a video. Okay, to copy and paste from text from Illustrator without it being pasted as an image, copy the text from the Illustrator. In the pasting application, click on paste option icon, select keep text only. Okay, so let's try this out. We'll see if it works. Copy. We will go back to Google Docs. We do have about 40 seconds left before a break here. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't give me... Oh, paste and match. There we go. Figured it out. Simple. You have to do different type of pasting. So we're at about 277 characters. We're about 50 words right now. So we're going to be somewhere close to that. Okay, good to know. Right before our break here. Cool. We'll pause at the moment. We'll head over to our assistant cam. Oh, she's upside down. We'll take our break and then we will be back afterwards. That was quick. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry for the longer than normal break time there. Had to go move some laundry, and I tried to make it back to grab something to drink, and then I spilled orange juice all over the place. So my trying to speed up cost me what it did. So yeah, there's that. We're back. Doggo is still sleeping. Her assistant is still sleeping. Okay. So, what do we do now? Now we want to make this better. Buttons in the box price where I have something special happening in the house. Buttons is a little older. Do I have spaces in between all this stuff? Did it not space correctly? Nope, it did not. It's a little darker. Oh, that's right. We were working on these two lines because they kind of suck at the moment. I've got my Google Docs out, and I see I already have several spelling mistakes. So let's go ahead and fix a couple of those. E's. Then there's before a bunch of the ands. There should be commas. Yeah. So after house, house, comma, and already got keys. It should be going down to older, comma, and kitten, comma, patch. Okay. We'll just do minor adjustments like that for the moment. Even though we're going to rewrite it, so. Oh, interesting. Face to face, it gave me new suggestions. Face to face actually has these guys in it. There you go, face to face, yeah. Oh, it's interesting. It's uncapitalizing, but that's the title of a book. We were debating this the other day. Is luckily the text for buttons in the box party surprise. Wow. It's a font that's all the letters are capitalized. But when you write this out normally, buttons would be capitalized because that's his name. And would not be capitalized because for some reason and is a weird that you don't capitalize and. But we were trying to decide with whether or not the would be capitalized, and we thought yes. And then box, party, and surprise, those B, P, and S, those would definitely be capitalized. But the word the, that would be the big on whether or not it does or doesn't. And Grammarly seems to say no, it should not be capitalized. So I don't know. We ran into this, there's a little... English is an interesting language because it's not as linear as we think it is. It's not as, like, there's rules and stuff and stuff that overlap each other, and a lot of rules that seem to be similar but slightly different or have different type of situations when they are used in and certain situations when they are not used in. For instance, buttons, let's get rid of these guides. I don't even know where those other guides are. Anyways, Buttons Backyard Treasure Hunt. Buttons is the name of our character, Buttions. So that is his name. It has a plural at the end of it. So the question became, is there in this title, Buttons Backyard Treasure Hunt, is there an apostrophe for the name? And does it come, and we found out there's actually an apostrophe that can come after the S. There's also an apostrophe that can come in the middle of N and S there. Basically, yes. Because it's his name, it's kind of like Charles. Charles has an S at the end, but it's not a pluralization of, there are not multiple Charles, right? Or Charles. So there's weird grammatical rules that we didn't quite understand, and we originally thought it was the apostrophe between the N and the S because but this is his backyard treasure hunt, so you're speaking about him. So it's less about whether or not it's a they and more about possession, I believe. I think that's kind of where we came down, was like the possession of this is his backyard treasure hunt. So, and we found some documentation showing that in those cases, then the apostrophe comes after the S rather than before the S, in between. So there are always weird little things, and even then a lot of people disagreed or went back and forth because we ended up going through like commentary on some thesaurus websites and dictionary websites and stuff like that. And there seems to be some debate about where that should run, especially when it's like a pluralized name like that. So it's kind of weird and up in the air, and where one site would say one thing, you'd go to another site and an expert would say a different thing. So I don't know. We ended up going with this because we thought that was the closest option based off of the research that we had to do to figure it out. But we're hoping that we don't have to run into as many of those in the future, but we don't know. This one is a little bit different because it's buttons and the box party surprise. He's not possessing the box party surprise is something that is happening on its own. He's just a participant in it, kind of thing, right? So it's not, we can't decide whether or not it's not him possessing the thing, you know what I mean? We're not talking about him, we are just mentioning him and mentioning the box party surprise. So there's a disconnect between those. So he technically doesn't need a apostrophe on this because the Buttions is just his name. So it's kind of weird. And I am by far not an English major. I am not I don't not study grammar or any parts of it at all. I'm just kind of, I'm at the whim most times of Grammarly and whether or not it thinks something is right. We've definitely run across a couple situations where we've debated whether or not the situation that Grammarly has thought that we needed certain things was correct or not. A few of them that we've definitely chose not to do. but I think each situation is a little bit different. If you've watched my friend Rachel Cherie, she's been posting on her Instagram story some of her experiences with editing and basically the automated systems that she's using to help with going through and editing her books. And some of the changes that it suggests really doesn't understand what the text is or what it's trying to say or do. It's trying to correct it grammatically in some way or make suggestions on words that you could change to make it sound better. But it has no context of what's being said. I forget what the last one was that she posted, but it was really, really funny. It dramatically changed what it was she was trying to do. Let me see if I can find it. It might have been a story, so it might be gone now. It might be gone. Oh, okay, I found it. She has a sentence that says, she busied herself around the house. And for some reason, the grammar correction that is trying to change the word busied to buried. She buried herself around the house, which is nowhere even close to correct. So even in our technology state where we are and stuff like that, critical thinking and understanding of some of the systems and how all this stuff works, and being able to be like, no, that kind of sounds funky. I'm either gonna have to say nope to that. Like she was like, nope, that's definitely not right. Or do some research to figure out why is it suggesting that, or what does this suggestion mean, or why, stuff like that. So definitely make sure to double check your research. Don't always trust all of the things and suggestions that are given out whenever you're doing your corrections and stuff like that. So shout out to Rachel. Definitely follow her on Instagram. She's got a couple books. She's actually got a new book coming out. Where is it? It's called Huck Finn versus the World. A shortened steampunk retelling of Mark Twain's classic adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Interesting idea. So one of these days we'll have to, I'll get a hold of her and see if she wants to come on an episode, and we can just chat and talk about different things, because I think that would be kind of fun to do. She can tell us all of the woes and the ups and downs of being an author and doing novels and dealing with technology trying to change her work in weird and strange ways. I think that would be kind of fun. So yeah, that's such a weird. She busied herself around the house, and it's just like, and it says double check that you're using the best verb. You should change it to buried. Buried. Wow, buried. Okay. What was I doing before I got distracted myself? That's fine. There's lots to be distracted about. I debated about at the beginning of the stream, or before we got into working too much, about talking about some of the stuff happening over with Ingram Spark right now, because there's a bunch of stuff going on, but I wasn't sure if that was going to be of interest or anything like that either. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Okay. Something special has been happening in the house. Buttons finds themselves face to face with a mysterious box that he's never seen before. Let's see. A little older. Seen before. There's something else we can say here. We need to break that into 2 sentences. We need to come up with something for this one. Maybe we should talk about, I wanted to talk about his advancement here, but we actually talk about curiosity, guided by curiosity. Maybe we should dive into his we should reference a surprise. These specials have been happening in the house, and Buttons find themselves face to face with a mysterious. Yeah, I'm still wrestling with this idea of whether or not we want to. So we have other things to talk, we can put in here as well, like his love of playing in boxes, because that's kind of what we're basing this around. Okay, that's... Playing in boxes, but sometimes something special has been happening in the house. He finds himself face to face with a mysterious surprise box that he's never... Okay. We're restating the same thing. We know he's never seen it before. With a mysterious surprise box that he has to figure out how to open. No. We're getting there. Little by little. Then figure out how to... I mean, that is something that he does, but we also want to talk about, kind of like we did here, we want to talk about what it's trying to invoke here. Because here we've got love, curiosity, and mischief. We have curiosity and imagination here. So I need to figure out 2 to 3 words that describe yeah, what we got going on here. I think surprise is one of them. You okay, Sora? What's up? Did you hear something outside? You have better ears than I do, so. Surprise. We already did mystery. Don't like that. Let's get rid of that for now. The pupper wants to go outside. You heard enough noise that she's just like, okay, I want to go outside now. Alright, let's switch. I'm gonna go let her out and then I'll be right back. Hopefully walking around gives me a little inspiration. Who knows? I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. Yeah, you think this would be pretty easy sometimes, just this little 50 word, 60 word little summary. Not always that easy. Okay, so what else happens here? We end up with a unexpected ending. Kind of? Do. Let's see, where is my... Okay, no, I'm not gonna go to docs that way. I am going to take all of this though. Copy. Okay, so if I do this correct match and paste it style, haha, did. Okay, so I'm gonna save all of that onto my Google Docs. Delete this. Going to delete that. I think I want to go back to in buttons in the box party surprise. Something. I think I'm going to shorten part of that. Something. I think is what I wrote. Something special has been happening in the house. When buttons, or you can just stop typing, okay. When buttons yeah, let's go. Discovers a mysterious new a little older and a little wiser? trying to think of a way I could combine. It just doesn't sound right. It just sounds off. Okay, so what we've done is we wrote some stuff out. And we took that and we put that into our docs, our Google Docs, and now we are trying to iterate on that idea. So we have some of the ideas that we want, trying to figure out different ways to reword some of them. Something's still not flowing right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy that one. I'm going to put that into the docs as well. We definitely didn't get as far with that one. I'm looking at other examples too. Something special. Has been is no, I like has better. Has been happening in the house. Buttons. But he doesn't discover. So we start off. Sure, are a lot of boxes around here. Maybe then we can put that little surprise. A unexpected surprise. S-U-R-P-R-I surprise shows up one day. Get rid of this. A little wider, a little older. An unexpected surprise shows up one day. Okay. What are our adjectives that I put together? Surprise, mystery, unexpected ending. Those aren't the ones that I was... Surprise, works, mystery, and unexpected ending. Those are not the type of descriptors that I want to use. I want to talk about what his condition is. Like, surprise, yes. I don't want to harp on these. So, book 1 and 2, we definitely harped on the curiosity. This is curiosity and imagination. 1, I love curiosity and mischief with this one. Might have to look to see if I can Google search a list of... That's not the thing I wanted. Google search some stuff. What is this? This is not a synopsis. Well, it's a synopsis, but it's a summary. It doesn't like, I'm gonna put a bunch of these together on this Google Doc, and then I'll have to go through and pick and choose. What I may have to do, I'm gonna save this one as well. Go ahead and do that. Oops, that is the wrong type of paste. It has to be paste and match style. Boom, good. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start fresh. I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of the other ideas that are in my head, and try to come up with something new again. Something that I haven't thought of yet. Where are my words at? Surprise. I don't know why I didn't think of this at the beginning. Friendship. We get friendship in this now. Friendship? Friendship. Maybe family? Or no, not family. Companionship? Companionship? That's definitely one of the things that happens in here. Okay, so discovering exciting surprises. Spark his imagination, turning a patchwork of moments into an unforgettable adventure. So this one, he goes on an adventure. Yeah, I think we need to focus on the aspect of this being of adding a new family member. What do I have? I like the word discover. Okay, I'm gonna make a list. So we want their prize, turn, friendship, turn, DIS, discovery. Okay. Companionship, which is a big word, which I don't think is going to work for this, but I'm going to put down for now as well. I think I already used the word mystery in these other ones. No, exciting surprise. Imagination. Okay, we can put mystery on that list because we don't have it yet. Haven't used it yet. Mystery. Okay. What other words can we use to describe this? Box party surprise. I may have to ponder this a little bit, especially over the weekend. While I'm debating on the debating here, I wanted to ask a question. I know, Sunny, you're probably still the only one in here at the moment. I'm trying to decide. I'm looking at everything that I've got going on, stuff that I want to do coming up in the next year, some new connections that I've been making with local bookstores and stuff like that, and looking at my time commitment that I've got available, and looking at our streaming schedule and all of that. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything crazy, but I'm trying to decide whether or not Wednesdays is our 2-hour stream. So it's shorter that day. If I want to maybe move that to a different day. So right now I stream 3 days a week during the week on this channel. And on Saturday, I do a stream at nighttime for the Dungeon Protocols channel. And then on Sunday, Mrs. Tahoe and I do our 500 Little Things podcast episode that we've been working on. So essentially 5 days a week right now on streaming. And I'm trying to figure... So part of what I've been doing over the past... Oh my god, I don't even know how many weeks, months it's been since we started doing these streams. But I had set these 3 days up because I was just like, well, these are the days that I have the time to be able to put a chunk in. It's in the morning time after I drop off my daughter from school and before I have to go pick her up. And that gives me Tuesdays to work on social media things and other projects. It gives me Thursday to post a bunch of those, post that projects up, and gives me a little break time to watch some shows and stuff like that in the evening on that day, on Thursdays. So it was kind of like I just kind of arbitrarily picked Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just to see how things go. I wasn't sure how streaming on here was going to work out, or if it was going to do anything, or kind of like what I wanted to build in this space. And I'm still kind of in that experimentation phase with all of this, or at least that's what I feel like. I don't feel like I've solidified down on anything quite yet, especially as, you know, the people that are in here, the amount of people that are in here is just kind of fluctuates depending on what's going on with people's schedules and stuff. So I'm trying to decide if doing a stream either later in the day would be more beneficial, because like my experiments with the new protocols, like late evening streams are not as useful. Hello, Sundre. Good afternoon. I'll ask you, do you find streaming in the morning or in the evening time to be more beneficial? I am doing well, thank you. Happy New Year, by the way. Evening time? Okay, that's what I thought. That's why I'm looking at adjusting my schedule a little bit and trying to decide whether or not I want to move a time, add a time, remove a time, something like that. It's because I'm not an early bird. That's funny. Well, I know that, but do you find you have better viewer turnout in the evening time? Because I would assume that would be true, because people are off of work and can come home and relax, and they want to be involved in some things like that. So it is rare to have like Sunny to be here while he's working and watching the stream, or having it play in his ears and his headphones while he's doing something like that. That is a very rare circumstance that happens. I totally appreciate that it is that set up that way, but that is not the case for everybody. Mactix has it happen as well. Wait, has what happen? Okay, so people do tune in while they're working and stuff like that. Yeah, no, I'm actually quite fascinated by that. When I was like driving to my construction jobs, like it was actually 45-minute drives most of the time from where I live now. So I would listen to podcasts and stuff like that. I would assume if Twitch was a much bigger thing at that time, or at least that the cell service was much better for getting signal for it, I could have listened to more streamers during those drives and stuff like that, but I don't know if I could have listened to them while I was banging on walls and putting up sheets of plywood, or cutting too many things. I do see more and more like woodworkers and stuff like that with much bigger headphone setups and stuff like that listen to music and do things while they're running around building their cabinets or stuff like that. So maybe I'm just far enough outside of the curve that I missed that section of society, I guess, or community, or whatever. It's just slightly changed, just enough that I didn't get to experience it that much. I'm always surprised when I see people driving around with their AirPods in their ears. I'm like, that does not seem safe. Yeah, it's like listening to daytime radio. Yeah, I'm finding that part of it very interesting. Like I said, with the driving and things like that, that instead of having a radio or whatever, people just throw in their headphones, whether it be on a job site, construction, or driving, far more often than they did before. Transparency mode, yeah. I figured as much. Probably less transparency mode with the construction stuff, but yeah, lots of things to think about and consider. I wanna try to make sure that I have availability for people at different times of day, so I can't guarantee it for drivers, but that would be better if they did. Yeah. God, I would hope so. So it's actually kind of cool. When I went to a trade show at one point early in my construction career, and they had a stand or booth with ear protection, and what it was is it was basically that's what it was. It was ear pods that you would put into your ears. They weren't connected to Bluetooth or anything like that, but they were transparency so that you could let the sound in, but once the decibels got to a certain height, they would actually close off the diaphragm and protect your ears from the harsh, like screeching sounds and stuff like that would happen on a job site from reaching your eardrums and damaging your ears. So that was a cool little piece of technology that I saw years and years ago. I would hope something like that would be. I would hope that they would integrate something like that into these types of headphones at some point. Whether or not that is a thing or not, I don't know, but my AirPods Pros kind of do that when the wind gets tough. Interesting. So maybe they do. Maybe they did take part of that tech and put it into other things, or got copied. I know when I do when I vacuum and stuff in the house, I put in my AirPods so that it does the noise canceling, so it's not as like devastating to my ears, and then I get to listen to music at the same time. So not like it's crazy. Look, construction, I have one ear that's pretty bad. Jesus, people are just slamming doors. But no, it's nice to have that cancellation, so it cuts down on some of it, so I at least get to save the one good ear that I have left. Yeah, I noticed that if the wind hits a microphone right, it muffles it basically. Yeah, noise cancellation is fun. Trying to match those frequencies so that it can cancel out those waves. I don't know. Anyways, we are coming up on our last break for the afternoon here. I would have loved to get a little bit more done, but at least we got started on this summary. We'll have to play with it a little bit more, but let's go ahead. We got about 14 seconds before our break. Let's switch over to our outside assistant cam, see if she's out there. We'll take that 3-minute breaks and we'll come back, and then we will roll up the stream for the afternoon, and I'll think about what I want to do about moving some times around and stuff like that. So how I want to do some stuff. Lots of things in flux right now. Lots of things changing. One time I had to be in front of a megaphone and I turned on the noise cancellation to kill how loud it was on my ears. Yeah. I think I would be interested to see. We went to, this is Tahoe and I went to our first concert together 2 years ago, I think. Oh, there's Sora. It was really freaking loud. Like I knew that those concerts were loud. And that we probably should have brought some ear protection to be able to protect ourselves a little bit, but we're just like, fuck it, we're raw dogging it. And we went into it, and it was banging. We were close too, so I wonder about like headphones and stuff like that, if they have, or does that kind of kill part of the experience of being in a concert if you're using noise cancellation to cut out how fucking loud that stuff is. She's laying right in front of the camera. That's funny. I don't know. I love how her little ears pop up every once in a while right down at the bottom. Oh! I don't know. Fascinating technology. I've done things to my ears that I'm not proud of, but it is what it is. What did you buy? Where did you get that from? The World Market? Why is it all dirty? Is it dirty, or is that... Oh, okay. That's cool. You have a big collection going on now, don't you? I called to you? Oh, okay. Well, that sounds fun. With your late time streams, I feel like since you're on the other side of the coast, it's harder. Yeah, that's the kicker. But it's also one of those things where on our last stream, we actually had somebody from... Where was that person from? The person that was on our stream last time? Sweden? I think they were from Sweden. No, I thought it was Sweden. Yeah, you're smack dab in the middle. So like time zone wise, especially for Twitch, it's all over the place, right? One of the guys that I watch on Twitch, he pops on at midnight every night, well, just about every night, and he streams all the way till 12 in the afternoon. He does a 12-hour stream from 12 to 12 essentially. So he just basically catches every time zone across the world, and essentially I don't think I'm quite ready for that kind of commitment yet. I would have to be playing some kind of game or something for that to do that, but yeah. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Doing it later would definitely push a lot of people out. If I did it like 3 to 6 my time, that would be 6 to 9 on the East Coast, which is definitely a later evening stream. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I may have to play with it a little bit. And figure out which one. I maybe have to do some experiments where I move all of them to later streams and try that for like a few weeks, maybe even a month, and see how it goes, and then figure out swapping back and forth which ones are good for which ones and how it works with my schedule and stuff. So it's definitely playing around with the time. Yeah, like I liked, or just move one stream to see which gives you more activity. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was debating about the Wednesday one, since it's already short. It's only 2 hours. I was like, maybe I'll take and I'll experiment with the Wednesday one and see what happens. and see if I like that or not. Because I would like to keep as many days streaming as I can. And if I have to make adjustments to some of my other streaming stuff, I may have to do it just depending on how it goes. May have to consolidate some of that. Maybe do some of the gaming stuff on this channel as well. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I want to make sure that I'm keeping time together for the creative stuff that I'm doing, book stuff and things like that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping people are enjoying the streams. I know it's not like super popular. Sometimes we have days where there's tons of people in here, but it just kind of really depends. I don't know. I got some more work to do. We'll have to see. All right. I've yammered along for long enough here. So I think it is time to roll up for the afternoon. Thank you, Sunny, for being in chat and talking for the day while you're working away. Thank you, B-Shack, for coming in. Lots of good, lively conversation today, for sure. I like that. Definitely fun. Thank you, Sundray, for dropping by and saying hi. I appreciate that. I will definitely, yeah, evening time, like you were saying. I gotta think about that and maybe make some adjustments. So you're just like my son, Sundray. He is yet to get up from out of bed yet, and it's noon here, so he is definitely a late sleeper. But he also stays up super late too, so it is what it is. But all right, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your Friday, first Friday of 2026. So don't do anything too crazy. Make sure to take care of yourselves, and maybe go do something fun this weekend. I don't know, we've all got to go do like chores and go grocery shopping and stuff like that, but do like Mrs. Tahoe did, and go buy yourself a little mini elephant just to make yourself happy. Something little something that speaks to you. Maybe that'll be good. But have a good weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.